Hi everyone, this is Nashwa Abdulsalam with Heart Rhythm TV reporting from HRS 2025. I'm joined by Dr. Sacher. Welcome.
Thank you.
We're going to be discussing the late-breaking clinical trial, CT-guided VT ablation in InEurHeart multicenter randomized control trial. Imaging has been a very hot topic this HRS, whether in left bundle branch area pacing, and now we're seeing it implemented with VT ablation. So to start off with, can you summarize the study and its main results?
Yes, sure. So this was a multicentric studies comparing conventional VT ablation without imaging versus VT ablation guided by CT scan images. And the main results were that we end up with a procedure duration reduced by 19% in the CT-guided group and even 28% when the protocol was followed, without increased risk, and with outcome absence of recurrence of VT at 1 year of 67% in the conventional group versus 77% in the CT-guided group, but this was not significant. And that with the procedural cost reduced by 10%.
So what's your take on the fact that it did not reach statistical significance, like the VT recurrence, the second point?
So one of the point is the sample size, of course, of the study, because there was a clear trend with 10% difference, but the sample size was not enough to prove that and to become significant, though.
And where do you see the future of CT with VT ablation? How is that going to change practice, and what are the next steps?
Yeah, so that's a very important question. I truly think that it's standardized and it simplifies the procedure, because so far VT ablation is depending on where it's performed, it can be there can be a very highly heterogeneous workflow. So this is a clear workflow that very simplifies this kind of procedures. And the next step are different imaging modality, more accurate with better spatial resolution, such as photo counting, but also on the other part, on ablation part, we have large footprint with PFA that could certainly improve the results by having more durable lesion, larger and more durable lesion in the scar, though.
And this study included ischemic cardiomyopathy patients. Is there a plan to do a study for non-ischemic patients? And how would the imaging modality differ, or how would that study be different than for ischemic?
Yeah, so you're right. This is something important, especially for non-ischemic cardiomyopathies. There is such a heterogeneous substrate that imaging is certainly very important too. But probably MRI and delayed enhancement MRI would be a better tool for that, because you don't have always wall thinning. You can have intramural epicardial scar, and once again, new imaging modalities will help with that. But yes, definitely, this is something we are working on. Planning such studies using imaging it could be very helpful also in non-ischemic cardiomyopathy to better identify the substrate.
Well, that's very insightful. Thank you for joining me today. And for our viewers, stay tuned for more HRS 2025 content.